Forget everything you think you know about resumes because Meghan Markle just gave us the most entertaining read since the last season of that reality TV show you couldn't tear your eyes away from. Seriously, her old CV is a wild ride that makes you wonder how this woman managed to land in the spotlight at all. It's less of a professional summary and more of a dramatic monologue, filled with twists and turns that would make any soap opera look like child's play. Let's get right to the point. Meghan now presents herself as a female founder on her podcast, Confessions of a Female Founder. But let's pause for a second. Founder of what, exactly? Lies? Delusions? Confusion? Because if you take a good look at her CV, you'll see it's more about fantasy than reality. Before she was raking in Netflix millions and cashing in on her royal connections, Meghan was just another actress trying to make it in Hollywood. Her resume reads like a relic from the early 2000s, filled with fluff that's as inflated as her ego. We're talking about standard details like height, weight, and eye color, along with a headshot that screams, "My dad paid for this." And the roles? Oh, they're iconic, but not in the way she thinks. Natalie Hot Chick. Party guest Natasha? Nurse Jill? These sound less like characters and more like people you'd see milling about in the background of a bad film. And let's not forget her linguistic skills. She claims to be fluent in Spanish and proficient in French. Really, Meghan? If you're fluent in Spanish, I must be fluent in Dolphin. And the assertion that she can handle Southern dialects? That's a hard pass. The idea of Meghan attempting a Southern accent is a cringe-fest waiting to happen. It would be like watching a TikTok parody that goes too far and leaves you questioning your faith in humanity. Now, let's dive into the skill section, which is downright hysterical. Tap dancing? Ballet? Jazz? Kickboxing? We've all seen her attempt to dance. It's safe to say that we're not looking at a future Beyoncé here. Remember that time she flailed around at a concert like she was trying to dodge bees? Yeah, not exactly the picture of grace. And kickboxing? Please. The only thing we believe she's kicking is common sense right out the door. That infamous photo of her kickboxing? Pretty sure they just photoshopped her head onto someone else's body. Then there's the claim that her nose is all natural. Girl, the only thing more fabricated than that nose is your public persona. Seriously, how does she look in the mirror and think, yes, I'm authentic? Back to her podcast. She says she has no idea what she'd even put on a new resume. Here's a suggestion, Meghan. How about failed actress, failed royal, failed feminist, failed businesswoman, failed humanitarian, failed daughter, serial liar, family destroyer? Now that's a packed resume. Oh, and let's not overlook the fact that her former classmate said she was prone to jealousy whenever someone else was in the spotlight. That sounds familiar, right? Ask the royal family how that turned out. Honestly, her resume looks like it was thrown together at 2 a.m. after a bad breakup. No formatting, no timeline, no coherence, just vibes. And how about that alleged identity switch? Back in the day, she ticked the box for Caucasian. But once the Black Lives Matter movement gained momentum, boom! Instant identity rebrand. Talk about social chameleon skills. Add that to your resume, Meghan. Right next to flour sprinkles on red beans and rice. To sum it all up, Meghan Markle's old CV is not just a work of fiction. It's a masterclass in embellishment. It serves as a hilarious reminder that when it comes to self-branding, she doesn't just bend the truth, she puts it in a yoga pose and calls it female empowerment. It's almost impressive how someone can create such an elaborate narrative about themselves while the reality is so starkly different. You have to wonder what's going on in her head. Is this just a case of someone who truly believes their own hype, or is it a calculated move to stay relevant in a world that's moved on? And let's talk about the implications of all this. What does it say about the culture we live in when someone can spin such an outrageous tale and still gain followers, notoriety, and even influence? It's like we're all trapped in some sort of social experiment where reality is a suggestion rather than a rule. You have to hand it to her, this level of delusion takes guts. It's a testament to the power of narrative, how we can craft our own stories, and sometimes, how those stories can overshadow the truth. But here's the kicker, when the truth does come out, it often leaves us laughing, shaking our heads, and wondering how we got here. So, what's the takeaway from Meghan's little adventure into the world of self-promotion? It's a reminder that authenticity matters. It's easy to get caught up in the glamour of fame and fortune, but at the end of the day, what really counts is being true to yourself. And while Meghan continues to chase her dreams and redefine herself, we're left to ponder the fine line between aspiration and deception. Maybe next time she considers updating that resume, she should take a good, hard look in the mirror and ask herself who she really is. Because if there's one thing we know for sure, it's that the truth will always come out, and when it does, it's usually far more compelling than any fiction we can spin. So, Meghan, keep doing you. Just remember that someday, the curtain will fall, and everyone will be waiting to see what's behind it. And when that day comes, let's hope it's something more than just an old CV filled with half-truths and wishful thinking. Because at the end of the day, the truth might just be the most powerful story of all, and it's about time we started telling it.